pet is thinking? Do you have a beloved pet that has passed? Is there something you want to tell them? Join Animal Connections and renowned pet psychic Nicole Elizabeth as she connects with your pets both living and past to deliver messages and receive answers to your questions. Here now is your host, Nicole Elizabeth.
Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Spirit Realm Network today. Thank you for everyone who's joining on Facebook and on the network. So today I'm your host, Nicole Elizabeth, and this show is called Animal Connections, and today is the 23rd of January at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, for everyone that would like an animal communication reading today, please pop over to the website. Even though we're streaming to Facebook, all comments need to go onto the website so I can see them. And so what you do is you pop onto spiritrealm.net onto the live TV, and then you'll see a chat box. So you just pop your name in and then join the chat. So I'll be able to have the ability to check your questions from my phone, and I'll be able to interact with you from there. So the best way to interact with me for animal readings is to pop a little photo, not a little photo, you can have a big photo if you like. There will be a plus sign and a circle next to the chat, and that's where you can actually add your photos. So that way everyone else gets to see your pet. That way you can have little bragging rights, how beautiful your pet is, and then also ask me a question. So the best way to ask me a question is say things like, this is my dog, Dio, he's living, and I just want to know, why does he love chasing goannas? So if you haven't already worked out from my accent, I do live in Australia and we do have goannas, and my dog Dio does love chasing them. So that is something that it's a question that you can ask, and I'll connect to his energy and bring through the answers. So I am going to actually pop on to the chat right now so I can interact with you, and hopefully I'll be able to have a look at Facebook as well to check that your comments. Let's see if it's actually working on my phone. Oh dear. Now, so welcome to everyone who is joining. And I am having an issue with this. Let's go. Here we go. So in the meantime, if you want to have, want me to, hi Rochelle, thank you for joining. See, one person's already in the chat. So please guys, interact with me. I will join the chat as myself just so I can see the answer, the questions. Hopefully I'll give you the answers. And then today we should have some really good animal connections. So let me see if I can actually look on Facebook and see what it looks like. I did have down, so hopefully you won't be able to hear it because I don't like seeing feedback. Hearing feedback from my own voice. Here we go. Okay, so we are streaming live onto Facebook, and I can see Tammy is watching on Facebook, so shout out to Tammy. If you want me to connect with one of your pets, please pop over to the website, which is spiritrealm.net, and join the TV and the chat, and then we can have some connections. Okay, so while everyone's joining, I'll give everyone a moment to join. I will. Here we go. Oh, okay. So for everyone that is watching, Rochelle has popped Stewie past my soul dog. Oh, Stewie. Let me get my pen. So what I like to do is I like to distract my mind, distract my body, because then my mind is free. That's just how I work. I find it easier to do. So Rochelle, did you have any questions relating to Stewie, or did you just want me to connect to Stewie? And while I'm waiting for an answer to that, one thing that I was getting today, there was an animal. So whether it's someone who's watching live, the show live on Facebook or the network, or someone who watches the replay, there's a pet that has something to do with a brain condition. The reason I could feel it in my own body, so I get the feeling in my body, and I can generally pinpoint what is bugging the pet the most. So it's not always what we think. For example, when my dog had cancer, his back leg wasn't hurting him the most. There was something else. I can't actually remember what it was, but it was something else. And then it came out later that's where it had spread to. So it was quite painful for him. Okay, so just see what he's up to today. Okay, if he has anything to say. Hello, Grandma Deb. Welcome for joining the live. Okay. Stewie pass. Let me just call Stewie to me. Ooh. Okay, I'm getting with Rochelle. Why am I finding it difficult to... It's almost like I've got pressure on me. So when I'm connecting to Stewie, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on my chest. So this may have something to do with the way he passed, but it feels like there's a bit of pressure on my chest and almost here as well, up to my neck. It feels like it's all here. And pressure and panic is what I'm getting. So that's the first thing that Stewie's bringing through. Okay. Okay, so with Stewie too, you sing with him, sing to him, and it feels like I'm hearing these really it's upbeat songs, almost as if you'd make up the songs when you look at him, because I'm feeling this almost like a little happiness when he hears your voice, but it's not just speaking with him, it's singing to him, singing around him. Is it humming? I don't know if it's actually humming. I just feel like it's almost as if that is one of your ways that you would connect with Stewie, was the singing and feels like I'm changing words of songs to make it relate to him. Let me see, what else we got? And then I keep getting tick, tick, tick. So Stewie's giving me 3 ticks, as if everything was ticked off though. As in, so done, final, everything was done right. Does that resonate with you? Everything was done right. It's like I had to, and we're talking about more at the end of his life. It's kind of like everything was done, everything was ticked off, and it was okay to say the final, almost as if I'm giving the final ending of a movie and, the sign off at the end. Interesting. Okay, I can see Grandma Deb's left a message too. So I'm just going to see what else we have with Stewie, and if you can pop up. Okay, so we've got a few messages coming up. So let me just see. It feels like I'm getting the message from Stewie is that you did everything right. And boy, we had fun. It's more as if we had so much fun, and I felt like a little adventure in your presence. It wasn't as if we had to go out and do anything. It was just I have so much fun in your presence, and we would make things fun. And it feels like even daily chores for you, which could have been a chore, were better with Stewie. And I do feel like that Stewie comes through and helps you with these chores now, almost as if he's singing to you. So if you get a song, if you're listening to something and it was one of the songs that you would sing to him, just know that that's his way of showing you that he's okay on the other side. Because when we see signs, when we see songs, when we see anything that relates to our loved one that we're missing, is a way that they can connect with us. So I hope that resonates with you, and please let me know by dropping a comment in the chat. Hi Tammy, I'm well, thank you. First time I'm seeing you. Well, thank you for coming along. And Kelsey, thank you about the haircut. I actually always pull my hair back, and I thought, you know what? No, today we're not doing that. Hello, Madam May May, you're here. So everyone that joins, Madam May May's mama is a very special person, and May May is a very special cat. So I'm glad that you're here, and she's been through a hell of a week, but we're getting there. Salt lamp, Madam May May mama, salt lamp might help May May. I'll get to that bit later. So Grandma Deb, my cat Emma keeps losing her fur every winter. Okay, that's not good, especially winter time. Okay, let me check into that. Fur. when it comes off, this is what I'm seeing. It's not just like lots of it coming off as in you're brushing it and it's coming off. I'm seeing actually clumps coming off. So almost as if she has like little bald spots. And it almost feels like it starts near the stomach area as well with her. Okay, so what I'm getting with that is it feels like a stress response, although I don't feel she has a stressful life with you. I just want to say that. But I feel like the change in weather is quite stressful for her, and almost as if it's like a surge I see through her body, and it just shocks, almost as if it shocks her body. But it's not as if we go to phases and she's losing all her hair and it grows back. It's just, let me see. For every winter. Hi, Annette. Hi, Thomas. Let me see. Okay. So with Emma, which I have a real affection name to, like I have this really, Emma's a very important name to me. Okay. She's dealing with something. The stress, okay, now it's making sense to me. This stress isn't her stress. There must be something, a stressor in the house, a stressor in your energy field that time of year. And it feels like she's taking it on and she's showing you. Animals do that because that's a way that they protect us, and our energy, our stress, our good feelings, our bad feelings are kept in our energy field, and they're part of that energy field. So when they take it on, they can have illnesses, they can have things that happen to them. So what I'm seeing with Emma is it feels like to me that there's this shift at winter time, and it's not just environmental. It feels like there's an energetic shift, and this is her way of her trying to release that energy. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I would do, and I know you're doing this because as soon as I know she's doing this, give her extra love. I know you've tried pretty much every cream and ointment because I feel like I don't like it on my skin at all. But I would try probiotics, prebiotics so internally to help what's going on internally, and then that'll help externally. So I know that generally we help what's happening on the outside, but we have to help what's on the inside. So 2 things for Emma, and please check this with your vet. I'm not a vet. So you need to make sure what you're giving your pet is right for your pet. But I would look into natural things like probiotics, prebiotics, and to help the inside, and then just really see what it is that kicks into your energy field around that time of year. And then so you can process that, and she'll be able to process it as well and release that from her energy field as you release it from your energy field. And sometimes just the shift, looking into those things, will help your pet release it. So that's what I would suggest for your darling. Midway down. Oh, mid. Yeah. Okay. Her mid, half down. That makes sense. This is Grandma Deb's response to what I was saying. Interesting. Placement. I'm going to get to the other comments as well, but the placement has something to do. I just heard placement on her body. Feels like second half, other half, something is missing, and it feels like that's what she's pulling through in her energy field. That's interesting. So when you are, try to think of what could happen in your energy field around that time of year. And think of, it feels like second half, second. So look in something, maybe second half of your life, something that should have been, maybe you feel second place, and help that, but help her physically from the inside out. So I hope that helps. Let me see. Okay. So Rochelle's got back too. There was a question here. Stewie. Oh, Stewie. So Stewie had the rare brain condition. Right. So Rochelle, so that's the brain condition I was feeling before the show. So there you go. And it's no coincidence that you were the first question on the show. that Stewie was making himself known to me. So there you go. So he's very strong and be able to give you signs. So don't brush off. Our human brain brushes off signs. We instantly, our left brain goes, oh, no, no, no. But don't, because if he's giving it to me, he knew you were going to be here and just want to say hello. And it feels like ticking, ticking, ticking. You did everything right. So please know that. So let me just go back on these comments here. Okay, so I was wondering if you could give both Alice and Rufus, both are cats, okay, that have passed in the last 3 years. Just wondering if they still visit from time to time and how they are doing. Thanks. Okay, so this is for Kelsey. Kelsey, we've had a chat before, haven't we? Which is good. I'm glad that you've come back to the show, so I appreciate that. So everyone else that's watching on Facebook, please pop over to the network, the website, which is spiritrealm.net, and you will see on the show there's a chat. So if you pop into my chat, I will be able to answer your questions and give your pets readings and connections. So we can communicate that way. Okay, Grandma Deb. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Looking good and sounding good. Excellent. Good to see the tech is working this week. Last week, the tech was a nightmare for me. And so I was a little bit frazzled, not going to lie. And then after the show, I actually found my pig dead. So she had been bitten by a snake, and you could see the fang marks because in Australia, every snake wants to kill you. And it actually got my pig. So that was not a fun day, got to say. So Kelsey, back to Alice and Rufus. Both cats have passed in the last 3 years. Just wondering if they still visit from time to time and how they're doing. Oh, that's lovely. All right. With Alice, was Alice more of the, how shall I say, had maybe a little bit more personality than Rufus in stubbornness? And I'm not saying that in a, I love animals with personalities. It's just, I feel like a little bit more standoffish when coming to visit, in meaning that I've got things to do. So I come, but I've got things to do as well. She just wants to make that known, that it's kind of like what I'm seeing is, and it's symbolic because what I get obviously is visual, so it's very, very symbolic. But what I'm seeing is a cruise ship, almost as if she's going on a cruise ship, taking her time, sailing around and coming back. I feel like I'm very much enjoying the life. But yes, I am visiting, but let me just look into a bit more. So Kelsey just responded with, yes, Alice ruled the house. Rufus was very passive. Okay, well, good to know. Alice has not changed her personality, and honestly, nor would you want her to, because that's what made you fall in love with Alice, and that's what made them who they are. So let me go back into Alice, and I love this. What a character. Okay. Okay, so which one of them, because I've written the name Alice and then the name Rufus, but as I was writing Rufus, I was actually getting more feeling into my stomach, like a digestion, maybe easily upset stomach, things like that. Yeah. And then it's so interesting how many animals get headaches. I had a headache behind my eye just when I was tapping into Rufus. Alice, although, okay, sorry, she's taking over. Alice looks like to me she's wearing this hat and very glamorous. So she just wants you to know that she's very well looked after, almost as if she may have ruled the house, but she is owning it in spirit, and she goes and does what she wants, and she's loving it. So her happiness must be something that was questioning, you might have been questioning, because that's what she's decided to show me, to let you know what she wants you to know, if that makes sense. And why am I seeing palm trees? Do you need to go on a holiday? Come on. Oh, okay. So Kelsey's responded, yes, Rufus lost a lot of weight and had problems with food. Never knew what he exactly had. Interesting. Okay. So there you go. So Rufus has the ability to show me what he felt in life. Now that, as we all know, when we're in spirit, we don't feel that, but they have the ability to show us that and make me feel that. More of a confirmation, so you know it's them. Let me see. Okay, so Alice had a congestive heart failure. Right, so that's how she passed. Oh, that would have been. Do you know what? It's very traumatic for the owners to have this, to go through this. Oh, okay, good confirmation coming through underneath for Rochelle, but I will read that out so everyone can hear it as well. Okay, Alice Rufus. Spotlight is on Alice. Rufus, for me, do you have a rug or something that was very his, that's his spot? Because of what I'm seeing is it's almost as if he's more in the home than Alice. Not because she doesn't want to be, it's just she's got things to do. Whereas he's more chilled, but he's also likes his rug. It feels like I'm liking an area, and that's my spot, almost as if I'm sleeping on my back. I just, why would I leave it? Because this is heaven to me. That's the feeling I'm getting. Now, I'm a big believer, from what I've seen, that our pets do go where we go, and it wouldn't be heaven, in my opinion, if they weren't there. But I also, from doing this, see that animals have more of a freedom between where they want to go. And for me, Rufus wants to stay closer to you. Oh, here we go. So messages from Kelsey. He used to lay on the rug in my living room. So there you go. So I get the feeling that he's still laying on the rug in the living room. Like, he still wants to be there. He still wants to be part of the family. And it's almost as if just because you can't see him doesn't mean I'm going to go away. Like, why would I do that? So with him, you may get the, oh, I thought I saw him. Or the, I feel he's here. If you get that, again, this is signs where our brain can try and take over and take away. Please know that that's his way of just being there and seeing it. And you may even, like, my mum does this. She can feel them when her past pets are in the room. She can feel them, brush up against her, feel them sleeping next to her. Callie lays there now. Isn't that interesting? So they know. See, they know. Animals know when they're there as well. I love this. So interesting. Okay, so with Alice and Rufus, I believe they're very happy. I believe Alice is off gallivanting around, seeing things that she would never have seen. I was getting a reference to palm trees, so it could be that you may go on a holiday where there are palm trees. If you do, please pop on and let me know. That would be cool. And Rufus, I feel like what I'm seeing is that he is still very much in the home and still very much wanting to be in the home. And so he's very happy there. So I hope that brings some comfort to you, and I hope makes sense to you. So I have this thing for cats at the moment because I'm obsessed with my cats. So to know that Rufus is still there almost 24/7, our 24/7, not their 24/7, because the time is there is no time there, but there is time here. But there you go. My mum made a comment today about going to Florida next month. There you go. So Alice is very much aware that you're going to Florida next month. I feel like you should go, because if she's bringing it up, Spirit will never tell us, push us, and make us do stuff. It's just not the way it is. They suggest, and maybe this is the best possible path for you. And I feel like that's what she's doing for you. So she's looking out for you, and knowing that it'll breathe. That's what I get. So there you go. So that's what I would do. So Rufus was your first pet after you moved into your house 11 and a half years ago. Well, he's your first and he's staying with you. There you go. I love that. Oh, what a pleasure. Hi, Jane. First time watching the show. Would love a reading. Absolutely. I'm going to just pop back to the other questions. Please pop your question in the chat. So pop your pet, the name, whether they lived in the past, and a question that you have. And that really gives me a way to tune into their energy. That's the way I work. And if you like, you can use the plus with the circle around it, and you can leave a photo in the comments. So that's another way to bring your animals to me so I can connect. You're very welcome, Kelsey. Thank you for connecting with me. I appreciate the opportunity. Let me see now. I'm going to just read out some confirmation from Rochelle. So everyone that's watching, if you can't see the comments and you're watching the replay, then you know everything. Plus, I'm huge on knowing. Rochelle, you're amazing. Thank you. I can't wait for our reading next month. I sung and hum every single day to him. So this is going back to Stewie. Since he's left, every single day to him since he's left and while he was alive. I love that. Keep that up, because he can hear and he can understand, and he gets your feelings and your emotions when you send it to him. Example of our song is Sugar, Sugar, Sugar was our favorite, and I changed it to the words to Stewie, Stewie, Stewie. Oh, I love that. There you go. So he's very aware of that. Oh, I don't know that song. The next song. Sorry, guys. I tapped out of like Society 20 years ago when I had my son. So I'm very not up to speed with the songs unless they're older songs. And Stewie was having seizures. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. And he started and panicked at the end. So that's where the panic would come in that I was feeling from him. And we had to say goodbye. Oh, we knew for 4 weeks we were on borrowed time. But you know what? If anyone is out there that is on borrowed time with their pet, knowing that they have a condition that at any moment they could go, one thing that's really important for all the animals, I'm getting goosebumps and I feel like I need to bring this through for everyone that's watching, is don't pre-mourn. You can mourn when they're in spirit, and that's fine. Enjoy. Oh my God, I've got so much goosebumps on my leg. My right leg is my animal leg for goosebumps, and my left leg is when it's humans and they're giving me confirmation. Enjoy every single moment with them, and even say things to them like, I'm so glad we have this time together, because they appreciate that and they don't want to see you sad before they go. So there's one thing I feel like is really important to say: don't pre-mourn, and really take advantage of that time. Appreciate it. And it'll make the time when you look back on it a lot nicer as a memory. Because remember, today we're making memories, and that's a memory you want to keep around your animal, a good one. Let me see. Oh, I love this. So Rochelle, Rufus would sit, pictures on with his food, but mainly in the sky. Oh, I love that. He messes with the music. Knew it. There you go. Take that. He's giving you signs. Let me see. Where are we, Jane? Love reading. You're very welcome. Did I miss one? Sorry guys, I'm just gonna have to go back. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone, because I don't want to I hate it when I watch someone live and then they miss my comment or question. I don't want to do that to any of you guys. So if you are watching on Facebook, please pop over. Annette, here we go. I knew there was one. Anyone on Facebook that's watching, because we're streaming live to Facebook and we're also streaming live to the network. If you pop over to the spiritrealm.net, sorry guys, I still have to look up the website. Let's just blame it on my Gen X brain. Please pop over to the website and join the chat. So I can pick up the chat and then I can connect with you and your pets. So let me see. Annette, how can we clear, process, release our own energy fields? This is a good question. Noting we're probably picking up energies from others too, and unknowingly subject our pets to all those energies. This is a really, really good question. And this is something that it's actually really important. So when we go out in the world, and we have stresses, we have interactions with people that's not nice. And so a lot of people that have animals are empathic. So they take on other people's feelings. It's not just, you're not sympathizing with them, you're feeling it, you're taking it on in your energy field. So one thing that empathic people really do need to do is to clear their energy. So one thing I do, and to be fair, I'm not like always on the ball. Sometimes I'll go, oh, that's right, it's probably I need to clear my energy. You can do a few different things. You can meditate. I'm really bad at that. So if you are, do active meditation. For me, that's mopping the floor and visualize all the energy coming out, and you can actually feel it after a while as well, going from the top all the way down. Basically, anyone's energy on you that you don't need, don't want, doesn't serve you, push it out of your body and have white light push it down. Another thing you can do is protect yourself with a white bubble around you before you go out to the world. And that way you're not bringing anything home. Or if you haven't done that for the day, before you get in the door, make the decision that you disconnect all energy cords, because we create energy cords when we talk to people, when we interact with people, when we touch people. So if you can do a visualization technique that can cut all those cords, give them all their energy back, they can take their energy back and you can take your energy back, and you're protected. Another way is to have a shower. Water is a very cleansing, powerful tool to do that. Down here, I'm actually going to show you. I have this spray. The reason I have this spray is because I have a dog that is scared of sage because it smells like other things, and her previous home would abuse her, and they used to smoke less than desirable things around her, and it is a trigger for her. So I can't use sage with smoke. So I use sage and water, and I spray it in the corners on me to get rid of the energy. And that way, with your pets, the way they can then release their energy is touching the ground. We can do grounding techniques as well. But for pets, the pads of their feet on the ground is so important because they release energy automatically by doing that. If you don't have a place they can do that, you can do things by like a Reiki sweep, by getting patting them and visualizing all the energy coming off them. Dogs, you will find, will go into a backyard and roll on the ground, and they'll be like on the ground, they're releasing energy. So make a practice of releasing energy, letting your animals release energy, do it together. Even if you have to go on the grass and do it, who cares if people are watching you? And that way you can help your pets do that too, and you won't be holding on to any of that and subjecting your pets to that. Now, am I the best at it? Nope. So, be kind to yourself. So there you go. Sorry, guys, that was a really long answer. I hope that's helped some people, though, with ways to do that, because animals do take on our energy, and it does come out in behavior issues, in sickness, all sorts of things. So the more we're in tune with the animals and our environment, the calmer we're both going to be. Okay, sorry, guys, I'm going to go back to the comments. Let me see, where are we? So there was a question. Hello, Sarah. Thank you for joining. So if everyone, Sarah, who's on the chat, Sarah's actually a medium and she has her own show. Please forgive me, I can't remember the name of the show, but you should check it out. I believe it's on Tuesday nights. And she's an awesome medium. So you should really check her out and get a reading from her. Jane, there's a comment. Okay, I'll connect with you, Jane. Let me see. Ooh, I need a drink of water. Sorry, guys. It's very thirsty work. Drinking water also cleanses you from the inside. Make sure your water intake's up. It's another tip, Annette. Your cat and 2 dogs. Okay. What have we got? You're welcome, Annette. Oh. Okay, so you've got a cat and 2 dogs in spirit, and you want to know if they're all together and if they're with a past loved one. Okay. When I connect to your message just then, Jane, and can I just say, Jane, thank you for your patience. I know I went on a little tangent before, but thank you, and I hope that you're still with me. I see the cat walking on the left-hand side last. So I don't know whether that's the order that it went in, but I see your cat almost sauntering in with a little like this. I'm not rushed. I'm not hurried. I'm just sauntering in, and I see two dogs over this side. And I feel like they're like excited to see. Is it Cicely? I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I generally butcher names. I'm really sorry. So I'm going to try and not offend you and your cats. But that's the way they're coming through, that like they're coming through to me, almost as if I'm seeing the front of the dogs and the back of the cat. Is that how they were in life, where she'd give you the back? Is it she? Because I see this saunter. Elegant saunter. All right, let me see. Let's see what I can else pick up for you, Jane, and give you some, hopefully some confirmation that they're all okay. Okay, who was it that had what is it? Is it UTI or a would go to the bathroom? Okay, still here. Thanks, Jane. And I do apologize, guys. Everyone that's watching, there is a slight delay from me talking for it to be broadcasted. So if I'm answering something that you posted a few minutes ago, please forgive me, because it's just the difference in the countries. I'm getting a reference. I did pronounce it correctly. Thank goodness. It actually really offends me when people get my pets' names wrong. And so I don't want to ever do that to anyone. Okay. I feel like there's a frequency of going to the bathroom with one of them. Oh, they adored their cat. So the dogs adored their cat. There you go. She would put up with them, but ruled the roost. I love that. Which makes sense why she's doing what she wants, and they're like, oh! But it's good. It's a very much a good feeling. So that does answer your question. If they're together, they're still following her around like they're little puppies, and she's the queen. Okay, so it was the cat that had the UTI. So it was Cicely that had the cat that the UTI in the end. Okay, interesting, because that's what I was feeling coming through with the frequency. And can I just say, you know what annoyed her more about that? It wasn't the pain, because I know it is a painful thing. It was the frequency, almost as if she's like, this is such a waste of my time. I'm going and I'm not going. I'm going and I'm not going. And it's kind of like I'm getting frustrated with that whole process. She's definitely a character. Let me see, what else do we have? You may have seen her dissatisfaction with that when that was happening. And you may have, I'm hearing it in my left ear, so you may have actually heard her audibly tell you she's not happy about that whole process. But I do hear, but I'm happy now. I'm happy now. So she's very much happy now. It's just that was probably the overall condition she didn't particularly like. Let me see what else we got. It's funny. I bet she was drinking a lot of water, because since I've been connecting with your chats, I've all of a sudden had a thirst. Not only is this thirsty work for me, I just feel that she quite possibly was drinking more, but being frustrated, and then that really, not happy. And then, okay, as I'm trying to get to my water, I'm feeling a little bit of pain under here. This may have been one of the dogs. Edge of my lungs is the way I could put it, on that side of my lungs, but on the inside, I'm feeling a pain there. Oh, okay. Sorry. There's so much going on in here. Who's the lady in spirit that's with them? There's a lady in spirit, because I feel like I heard this woman over this side saying, no, I've got them. It's fine. I've got them. I'm questioning whether this lady had something to do with her sight, whether her sight was good, because I'm getting a reference to the right eye, and I don't feel that this was the animals, because it feels like I'm looking up, and then generally for me that's when I'm looking at people. So I'm getting a reference to an eye. Not a cataract, something to do with the right eye. Okay. Oh, why are your dogs telling me that you're sad at the moment? It's kind of like they're picking up on your feelings about something. Okay, what they're saying to me is they're showing to me that you're feeling sad, almost on the inside you're feeling sad, but she would never say that. She would never say that. She would never show that. It's not something we do. Almost as if you keep that stuff to yourself. And she... Oh, interesting, Jane. Your great aunt was blind in one eye. There you go. So that's the female in spirit that has your pets. When I say that, she doesn't have them. They're not bound to her. It's just she wants to look after them. She wants to be around them. So that's the feel. I should really watch the way I explain that. Were your dogs a sense of entertainment to you? The reason why I'm saying that is because as soon as they said, oh, there's like this sadness inside mum, there's this, oh, okay, now I see. They're saying there's this sadness inside my mum, but she doesn't want to show that. It's kind of like it's not the done thing. We have to just process it and get on with it. And they give me the sense that when you were going through things in life, they were like your, how do I describe it? Clowns, court jesters. Is that what the word is? That they would give you the happiness, and that they love doing that, almost as if you love watching them run around, goofy, fun, that sort of thing. That's what they're showing me. And unfortunately, I'm very sorry for your loss. That's horrible to lose your mum in March. And you were very close to her. No wonder there's that sadness inside you. Was the great aunt her aunt? It's okay if it's not. Just interesting to see because if she's... Sorry. Let me get my words out. The great aunt with the eye issue with the pets, and then your mum. And did they play cards or something like that? Oh, so you never had kids, so the animals are your kids, and they were very entertaining. I love that. It makes a lot of sense why they're still happy to be like that now. It's almost as if colors are coming through with them too. Did they have colorful collars or leads? Because I feel like if I could only show you almost little triangles but different colors on a lead or something like that, or a collar. So it's coming through for them. And a reference to playing to almost as if a leaf blows in the wind and I'm following it. Right. Interesting. Okay, so Jane's going to comment. The great aunt was my mum's aunt, but was like a grandmother to my mum. Okay, so that's the connection between them. Oh, well, then know that they're with your pets, and can I just say it's an honor for them to be with your pets. I personally feel, and this is my opinion, that animals seem to be on a higher level than us. I just feel like in life, animals seem to be down here, but I feel like in spirit, they're just more evolved than us, you know. And it's an honor to be around them. Not sure about the colors of cards. That's totally okay. And it may be something that in a few months' time you'll pick something up and go, oh, okay, or maybe not. These things happen. So where am I going back to? Let me see. Sorry, I'm going to go back. Let's go back. You know the Christmas song Little Drummer Boy? I'm seeing and hearing that. Drummer Boy. Why am I seeing that for dogs? Maybe that was something they remember hearing. And I am actually seeing a drum. Okay. Let me see what else I can get with these guys. Are you getting another cat? I know that's very left field, but I keep feeling a cat. I just keep seeing the word. I guess keep seeing the word cat. So it'd be interesting to see whether you'll plan on it, because you may not be planning on it. That's the other thing. I wasn't planning on getting my last 2 dogs, but they came to me. But what I'm getting is like a cat to make it even. Almost as if we like even numbers. Why do they like even numbers? Don't think like they don't like things out of place, although they would make things out of place. Almost as if when they were playing and then it was like, oh, I have to clean up or I have to do this. They would make things out of place, almost as just to watch you do it. It just is a bit of entertainment. Not mean, just fun. But coming back to the out of place, I just get the feeling that there's another cat around, because it feels here in my energy field. And that's interesting. When I do color readings for people, that way I would do it with like the aura color, and I would see it here, and that's the future. So it feels like here. No cats. You currently have a Shih Tzu. Akitas. Oh, do you know they're actually banned where I am? Isn't that weird? There you go. Big gentle giants. I'm very much against the breed-specific legislation where they just ban breeds because they're breeds. Anyway, back to you. Right here is where I was seeing it and feeling it. Your over litter boxes. I hear you. They are painful. Okay. Yes, we'll do Madam Amy. Okay, so let me just give you an overall message from yours. I love that there's 4 because we don't like uneven numbers. And I feel that they are very much the way they were, as in this one saunters, they're having fun, they're still providing hours of entertainment feels like they're actually connecting more to the great aunt, because it feels like maybe she needed a little bit more entertainment in her life when she was here. So it's like they're providing now the entertainment for her. Found mental peace with passing. So it feels like they're more focused on her. That's just the way it's coming through. So very much know that they know what's happening in your life. They are together and they're enjoying themselves, and they're still exactly the same. So I hope that makes sense to you, Jane. And thank you for asking the questions and coming onto my live. And so Madam May's mama, yes, please ask a question. Ask for our May. I still have like 10 minutes left of the show, so I'm very happy to answer a May question. And while you're popping it in the chat, what I'm going to do is tell everyone that May is a cat. She's very special. I've been speaking to her weekly for a couple of years now, and May's gone on so many rides. physically. And May has a lot of sass in her life, and we love her because of that. And May gives her mum hell with her health issues sometimes, not on purpose, obviously, but May is a queen. In fact, she explained to me one day, Dairy Queen, and I had no idea what that means. It makes no sense to me in Australia. I have dairy cows, but she just kept saying, I'm the Dairy Queen. And I'm like, okay. So when I spoke to her mama, that was her nickname. So I was like, she loves dairy. So there you go. It's not that great for her, but sometimes you just need to have something that's good for your soul. So Madam May's mama, if you are there, please pop your question in and I will answer it. And you're very welcome, Jane. I hope it made sense. And anything too, guys, with animal readings, if something doesn't make sense at the time of the reading, guaranteed it will later on. Either it hasn't happened yet, you don't remember it, or you have those aha moments down the track, and it could be a long time down the track. And you go, oh, that's what it is. I still have that with readings my sister gave me because my sister does people. So there you go. All right, Madam May. Madam May's mama. Madam May. So everyone, she has had a bad week. May's doing a lot of sleeping. Is that because she's suffering or checking out or recovering from an awful weekend? Dairy Queen indeed. There you go. So straight away with May, I actually do feel like she's more recovering. She needs that time to recover because, as you know, when she's been through the ups and downs, it's been extreme. And so for my viewers, May's actually been in an oxygen tank. What was it, a few days ago, last week? Like, it was a stressful time, but she is coming good. But it's taking a little bit longer for May. And when she does sleep, she doesn't always get the best sleep, and she still kind of sleeps with one eye open. I know her eyes are shut, but it's kind of like I'm still alert. But sometimes when she can get the sleep, to answer your question, I feel like she needs the recovery time. And can I just say, with me, I'd be like, I'd want to go pat her and touch her and, are you okay? But I do feel like she needs the recovery time. So I get this image of her opening her, like almost waking up and yawning as if she hasn't slept. Sunday, there you go. She was in the oxygen tank Sunday. So it hasn't even been a full week yet for May, and it's been a very hard week, ups and downs. I do feel that she needs that downtime. Her body needs the downtime, and she knows her body needs the downtime. It's almost as if she knows energetically, I need the downtime to reset, recover, and repair. There you go. That's, I feel like that's what she's getting. That's true about the edgy sleeping. Yes, hard not to hover. It's extremely hard because you love her so much. I would struggle with that if that was my Eve or my Sebastian. They're my cats, everyone, and I'm obsessed with them. And I would be beside myself. So, but if I could download to everyone May's life, this cat has the best life, and her mama is like an airline hostess. So I do feel like she needs this. And is Dr. Lynn coming back for another visit next week just to check in on her? I know no one else will know who Dr. Lynn is, but if you do, over there, look her up. She's an amazing vet, and she's helped Madam May a lot. And I should plug her. Anyway, she's a very, very experienced vet, and we were this week questioning May's future. And May, when I put the question, so everyone out there, May, when I put the question to her about what a vet said, and still a very experienced vet, about maybe helping her cross. Yes, Monday. There you go. Dr. Lynn's coming on Monday. I need a report back when she comes, so I know how she's doing, because I'm feeling Dr. Lynn will say the same thing, that she's just needing that downtime to recover. But so when I put the question to May about whether we should help her, go to Spirit, which doesn't scare May. Can I just say, it does not scare her at all. But she is very, dare I say, stubborn. Is that a bad? It's not a bad thing, because she's sass. It was like May had a walking stick and was hitting me. No, I'm not done. And then Dr. Lynn, who is her sort of main vet, also confirmed that May's not done. So that was really cool. Good for Madam May's mama to get that confirmation as well. But yeah, so it's just keep going with May. It's very difficult not to want to check on her. And it's, what I'm seeing with her, it's almost as if when you have a newborn, so everyone out there, if you have a newborn and you just check that they're breathing, it's kind of like you just go in and check, and it's just so amazing. Or you just want to just see if they're okay. And that's what I feel like, that same energy that a mother does to check on their baby is this same energy you're doing to check on May. And I see May waking up from these sleeps, yawning like this big lion yawn, showing everyone the back of her throat, as in, what's the big deal? Just, I'm cool. So she's very particular, but I don't feel she's done yet. I know that's my feeling. That's it. There you go. So Amber's commented, that's it. So, and that is a very real feeling, Madam May's mama, that energy, that wanting to, and that's because you love her. So don't ever feel guilty about that. So it's okay. It's okay. You're very welcome. And if you have any other questions, you know that you can email me anytime. So if anyone also does have any other questions or want to book a reading with me, I do readings. I am quite booked in February. I think we're going into March now for my availability. So if you do want to make a booking and just want to connect with me, I do have a website. It is connecttoanimals.com. And you can also find me on Facebook, Nicole Elizabeth, Animal Communicator. I didn't even realize I have my website where my name is. So just feel free to check it out, and it will give you more information about how I connect, how I work, what to expect as well, because we don't always know what to expect with animal communication. It is probably not the norm, but I feel like it should be the norm. And I feel like everyone should have that connection with their pets because you love them that much. So it's a way that we can connect, you and your pets, and have a better relationship with our pets. And they appreciate it as well. So there you go, guys. That is the show. That is Animal Connections for this week. And I will be back next week. And I actually had to write it down because I am not the best with dates and times. But next week on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 30th of January, I'll be back here on Facebook and on the network. And I want to thank everyone who's come along to the show tonight, everyone who's asked me questions. Ask me any question. And if I don't know, I'm going to say I don't know, because that's what you're going to get from me. I'm not going to just tell you what you want to hear either. So that's another thing about me. It's just, I'm going to give you what I get, and that's, what's the saying? You get what you get and you don't get upset. But anyway, come join me next week. I will be on here next week, 30th of January, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And come join me for more Animal Connections next week. So thank you, everyone. And I'll catch you soon.